It's definitely raining today. Doesn't look like there's any end in sight too. And what did I read today? I guess again, news about those mystery drones going around the US, and this is kind of expected, where it seems like there's people now calling for, I guess, more regulations, against drones. This one here says, Homeland Security Chief Mayorkas blames drone uproar on recent FAA flight rule change, saying, quote, "We know of no foreign involvement." As it says here, Department of Homeland Security Chief Alejandro Mayorkas on Sunday continued to dismiss the flood of drones across New Jersey, this time saying it is likely just a result of relaxed rules on the devices. Mayorkas seemingly downplayed the mounting concerns of residents, including former Governor Chris Christie, who reported some recently flying over his house, and again claimed there is no evidence of foreign involvement in the aeronautical phenomenon. There's no question that people are seeing drones, and I want to assure the American public that we, the federal government, have deployed additional resources, personnel, technology to assist the New Jersey State Police in addressing the drone sightings. Mayorkas told ABC News this week, some of those drone sightings are, in fact, drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones, and we do not see duplicative reporting. So keep that all in mind, because when they mention about the rules on what they're blaming anyways, on why people see more drones, it actually makes no sense with the situation. It says, but Mayorkas explained that in September 2023, the Federal Aviation Administration tweaked its policies on drones to allow flights at night. That may be one of the reasons why now people are seeing more drones than they did before, especially from dawn to dusk. Mayorkas said, I want to assure the American public that we are on it. He has previously claimed the drones were likely just from, quote, convenience stores. Some of the drones are reportedly as large as SUVs and have been hovering over critical public infrastructure and flying in grid-like patterns as if mapping areas, according to local Jersey officials and residents. So why that's kind of interesting to think about, because to blame, for example, let's just say the relaxing of the rules to allow drone flights at nighttime, why people see more drones in that way, it makes no sense, because to my knowledge, in places like New Jersey, for example, like in certain areas, there's an actual airspace restriction. So you can't just be like, for example, a regular recreational flyer or something like that and just randomly fly up in the air during nighttime, as they say, because of the rules, because technically the rules stop them from doing it, correct? So that would only mean, for example, one person is breaking the law per se, which makes this kind of irrelevant, like that argument, well, this is why you see more drones at night. At the same time, it's probably someone that got, let's just say, quote, permission, if you want to say it's all legal drones up there, in which case they're not actually openly telling people what the heck is up there. Whether it be, for example, a traditional manned aircraft, or let's just say a drone, they're basically concealing the information. So it makes no sense in terms of that angle anyways. And it just makes you wonder, are they using it as an excuse to kind of prep people up, saying, okay, we need more, for example, because of this, now no one, for example, like a regular individual can fly a drone. I think the bottom line for me when I hear stuff like this, it just sounds like, again, it's a quote excuse of sort to not tell people what the heck is going on one way or the other, and who knows why at this point. Although with that in mind, there were some very interesting, I guess you could say, drone sightings and recovery during these times, because as you know, apparently they're spreading across the US, where people are concerned about things, let's just say, like military drones and stuff like that. How about this one, where this was actually a recovered drone per se, if that's what you want to say. Apparently the NYPD found this, I guess, large drone just laying around, and they were basically, I guess, posing with it. You can see in the video, yeah, it's pretty humongous, huh? Apparently the drone belonged to a company called Amogy, who's a drone manufacturer, and they explained that they left this, I guess, after a company party about a month ago. Man, can you imagine that, just seeing this randomly on the sidewalk? I can imagine people, just based on the current situation, like, this is a crashed drone from the sky and all that. What would you do if something like this fell in your backyard? Would you actually try to find out what it is, or would you be so afraid that you just contact the authorities, for example? Although with that said too, with other types of, I guess, drone sightings and all that, this one was kind of funny in a way. It wasn't so much about a sighting, but it's the claim right now that the government knows a lot about the issue and they're just not revealing it. And they talk about, I guess, some past instances, but this one was a little silly anyways based on the picture that was used. It was written by this person here. It says, Senator Doug Mastriano. It says here he wrote, "It is inconceivable that the federal government has no answers nor has taken any action to get to the bottom of the unidentified drones. The fecklessness of this administration was on display last year when a Chinese surveillance balloon was allowed to fly over the entire continental United States before being shot down." I remember that one actually. It says, "Such should be viewed as a threat to our nation and citizens, and action is long overdue. We have resources and assets in our arsenal to get answers, but I suppose Ukraine is more important to the White House. January 20th can't come soon enough." So I think they're talking about how there will be a changeover and so forth with things like the administrations and all that. But it's this picture here that was kind of weird, I guess, that he replied to. It says here, "Breaking news, crashed drone in Orange Beach retrieved from water and taken to undisclosed location for further investigation." Apparently, when you look at this, it's just, for example, some kind of Star Wars replica. So there's nothing crazy about it or anything like that. It's not like a secret, I don't know, alien drone by the looks of it anyway. So it makes you wonder, like in this case, if this is an example of how just based on the uneasiness and people not knowing what's going on, virtually everything is like a deadly drone of sort, huh? But either way, it seems like people are purposely being left in the dark because it just doesn't make sense in terms of why they wouldn't know what the heck is going on or what it is in the air anyways. Okay, no flying today, huh? Have to do more tests with the archives and just some quick, I guess, time-lapse capture tests too. Seems like it's working pretty well during various situations. Alright, see you guys later.